The Dallas Cowboys made a splash during the NFL offseason by acquiring Pittsburgh Steelers star wide receiver George Pickens and a 2027 sixth-round NFL draft pick in exchange for a 2026 third-round pick and a 2027 fifth-round selection. Dallas' aggressive move pairs Pickens with CeeDee Lamb to give the Cowboys one of the top wide receiver duos in the league. While it is a move that could pay off on the field, there were also some questions. Pickens is in a contract year and will be looking for a big payday after the weekend, but there were also questions about his maturity and whether he has caused locker room issues in the past. Pickens has been adamant that he is only focused on moving forward, but as we say goodbye to June, the brash wideout took a slight jab at his former team when the Steelers traded away star safety Minkah Fitzpatrick to the Miami Dolphins in exchange for Jalen Ramsey. The shot was a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it did show some disdain for his time in Pittsburgh and eagerness to get a fresh start. "Super happy for you, Browski," Pickens wrote in an Instagram story while tagging Fitzpatrick. "Back to beautiful places in life, LOL." This isn't the first time since the trade that Pickens has appeared to take an alleged shot at the Steelers. On Mother's Day, a tweet surfaced from an account belonging to Pickens that ripped the Steelers for being the cheapest organization. The account also tweeted that they requested a trade from the team before it was deleted. Pickens later denied that it was he and said the screenshots were AI. No one will ever really know what happened during Pickens' time in Pittsburgh, but all the Cowboys can do is that they can get the best version of the player to help the offense in a bounce-back year. If everything goes down in flames, Pickens will simply be a one-year rental who can walk at the end of the season, and the Cowboys would receive a premium compensatory pick in the 2026 draft. But Cowboys Nation would probably rather have the wins. As the Dallas Cowboys prepare for the 2025 NFL season, there has been significant discussion regarding Dak Prescott's future with the team. Despite concerns about his performance and the pressure to succeed, recent reports indicate that Prescott's job security is not in jeopardy. This assertion is rooted in both his contract situation and the team's confidence in his abilities. Prescott recently signed a lucrative extension that solidifies his position as the team's starter for the foreseeable future. His contract, which runs through 2028, includes substantial guarantees that indicate the Cowboys' commitment to him as their franchise quarterback. This financial backing suggests that even if the team struggles, management is unlikely to make a quick change at the quarterback position. While the Cowboys have faced criticism for their performance in recent seasons, Prescott's experience and leadership qualities remain invaluable. He has been a central figure for the team, leading them through both triumphs and setbacks. The organization believes that with the right support and adjustments, he can still lead them to playoff success. Analysts have pointed out that the pressure on Prescott to perform is significant, especially given the expectations from fans and the front office. The Cowboys have made key offseason moves to bolster the roster, adding talent that could help Prescott thrive. This supportive environment may alleviate some of the pressure he faces as he attempts to guide the team to a deeper playoff run. ESPN's Todd Archer claims Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott's job is not on the line. As it stands, Prescott's job for Dallas is not on the line during the 2025 season. This can be seen in an analysis by Todd Archer for ESPN. The Cowboys signed him to an extension through 2028 in September that made him the highest-paid quarterback in the game. There is not an escape until maybe after the 2027 season. But the contract will be something Prescott will have to measure up to in 2025. He turns 32 in July. In the past 5 seasons, he has missed time with ankle, thumb, calf, and hamstring injuries. The Cowboys have selected an offensive lineman in the first round of the past 2 drafts. This year, they added wide receiver George Pickens in a trade. Top receiver CeeDee Lamb is in his prime, and they hope to see big improvement out of their run game to help Prescott. He is entering his 10th year as the Cowboy starter. If he doesn't make a deep playoff run soon, when will it happen? The competition within the NFC East adds another layer of complexity to Prescott's situation. With teams like the Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Commanders improving, the Cowboys must elevate their game to remain competitive. Prescott's ability to navigate these challenges will be critical for the team's success moving forward. Prescott's role as the Cowboys' starting quarterback appears secure despite the pressures surrounding the team. With a strong financial commitment from the organization and an improved roster, he has the opportunity to silence critics and lead Dallas back to playoff contention. The upcoming season will be pivotal for Prescott as he seeks to solidify his legacy with the franchise. The Dallas Cowboys have already done business with the Pittsburgh Steelers once this offseason, linking up for the George Pickens trade. But could the Cowboys pry another weapon from the Steelers? Jerry Trotta of the Landry Hat thinks so, proposing that Dallas attempt to acquire tight end Darnell Washington from Pittsburgh following the Steelers' blockbuster trade that landed them Jonnu Smith, as well as Jalen Ramsey, from the Miami Dolphins earlier this week. At 6'7", 265 pounds, Washington is an imposing figure, to say the least. However, he hasn't gotten the chance to produce much behind Pat Freiermuth in Pittsburgh, so now with Smith in tow, his targets are sure to dip even further. But would Washington actually be able to get touches with the Cowboys? Trotta outlines a scenario in which he feels that could occur. The Cowboys, meanwhile, have starter Jake Ferguson entering the final year of his contract and could very easily move Luke Schoonmaker to a teeny team, Trotta wrote. Washington could be in line to start as soon as next year if Ferguson leaves as a free agent. At the very least, he'd compete for the starting job with ascending second-year man Brevin Spanford. Dallas flirted with the possibility of drafting Washington back in 2023, but the Cowboys opted to take Schoonmaker instead. But would they really want to bring in Washington at this point? Ferguson is definitely in line for a bounce-back year, and it seems hard to envision Dallas wanting to bring in an improved tight end when it already has Schoonmaker and Spanford on the depth chart. If the Cowboys do ultimately trade Schoonmaker, which is a possibility, it would be strange for them to go out and swing a trade for Washington. This seems unlikely, to say the least.